I'm Dr. Ann Corwin, the parenting doctor. Having doubts about going back to work after you have a baby is completely normal.
Hey, I'm Dr. Bonnie Zucker, author of Anxiety-Free Kids. You're going to have a hard time going back to work if you don't feel that your child is in a safe environment while you're at work.
I'm Dr. Foster Klein, co-founder with Jim Fay of the Love and Logic Institute and author of many of the Love and Logic materials. Well, now you're wondering if you're going to work is going to be hard on your child. Maybe.
I'd planned to go back to work after having my baby, but now I'm having serious doubts. Do kids with working moms suffer in the long run?
I can't imagine any new mom who planned on going back to work who just goes back to work without contemplating staying with the baby. It's a completely normal experience, and in many ways you're really in a symbiosis state, a symbiotic state with your baby, where you and your baby are one. And of course, biologically, your baby needs to feel that oneness with you, and you need to feel that oneness with your baby for your baby's survival. So the idea of going back to work in some ways can feel like it's going against your biology.
Let's look at some of the factors that are involved in this very important issue about whether or not a mom works. First of all, there are all kinds of factors. Does the dad work too? What are the mom's hours? Are they night? Are they day? Are they part-time? All of those things really tend to be very important in just how the interaction pattern goes on between the parent and child when they are together is more important probably than the simple fact that the mother works.
It's very normal to feel as though, gosh, I probably should go back to work. It would help my family financially. If you make that decision, then stick by your guns and say, you know what, I am taking care of business. I am making sure that my child is provided for, and I am actually creating an environment for my child that has their own best interest at heart.
But the fact of the matter is, your working can lead your kids to be more mature, more responsible, and very thoughtful, and be real contributors to your home.
The guiding principle is that when you go back to work, you feel that your child is in a safe environment with responsible caregivers, and that his or her needs are being met. This is going to help you tremendously in terms of your adjustment back to work.
Number one, you don't ever want to leave your children anywhere in a child care setting unless they have a completely open door policy, which means that you can come and go whenever you want. It's a total red flag if your kids are in a child care setting and they say, no, we don't allow parents, it's too disruptive to the rest of the kids for you to just drop in unannounced. That's a total red flag. That means do not leave your child in that kind of setting.
If you are going to find a babysitter or somebody to take care of the baby during that time, it's very important that you check out other people who've had a good experience with that institution or that person. And many of the new places, I want to say, can help your heart relax because they have closed circuit TV, and you can see what's going on with your baby or toddler on the TV set on an internet connection at work.
The other thing is you want to really look for a child care setting where the emphasis is on play. Kids learn best through play, especially in those first 5 years. What we want kids to be able to do is to play so they can build up their brains so that their brains are ready to learn by the time they get to school.
The main question you have is, are there any negative effects on children? And the overall answer to that is no.
The studies are very affirming. What the studies show is that little girls model after their mom who works, and they're ready to go out and conquer all kinds of things because they go out into a world that might have been considered a man's world before and do very well. And you know what else, just to make a long story short, what the studies show is that both the boys and the girls of moms who work achieve higher in school.
It's certainly understandable that right now you're feeling you need more time with your baby. However, you might look at the big picture and realize that your baby is going to eventually go to school and have after-school activities, and you may very well want a career at that point.
The number one benefit, I believe, as a working parent is that you really provide a role model that nobody else can. And what does that translate into your child? A tremendous sense of pride.
Have a question? Ask the experts at ParentsAsk.com. because raising kids raises questions.